contemplating any kind of training, it's a really good thing to do research, and I know that most of you do. I look back on when I started training in the year 2000, and there probably wasn't an awful lot of training providers around, so I had to go to London, but I must admit I didn't do due diligence. I was just so keen to do hypnotherapy training, and so I went to training school, and that provided me with a adequate foundation course, so that was quite good. And then I went on to do a lot more training to be able to train other people eventually. So the first thing that you need to do is to find out what you want to do with this kind of training. It's all very well thinking, yeah, I will just do this course and I'll go straight into business. We're living in different times now, so you've got to be really good and you've got to be confident of what you're doing to be able to get the clients to come and see you and to build your experience up as well. So of course it's really important of whether you want to go to a weekend training once a month or something like that, or whether you want to do what I have been offering for the last 6 or 7 years now, is one-to-one training. Personally, and of course I'm biased, that I think that one-to-one training has to be the ultimate kind of training because it's bespoke for you, it's tailor-made for you. You haven't got to sit there waiting for other people to talk, or when you want to say something in a group and you don't get an opportunity to. So it's an opportunity as well to ask the trainer as many questions as you would like to ask, and also to confide in the trainer that maybe some of the difficulties that you have, or maybe some of the lack of confidence at the beginning when you do your training, which is perfectly normal. And probably in a group you wouldn't want to say that because you might think that the group are listening to you and maybe they're more confident than you. So there are many pros to doing one-to-one training. Of course, some people might say, well, you know, you don't get to train with other people, you don't have colleagues that you can talk to. But I would say the beauty of this kind of training is that from day one of your training, you're out there looking for volunteers to work with, to do some relaxation with at the beginning. Whereas if you're in a group and you're working with other people, it's not real, it's just role play. So it's a little bit of the pretend. And consequently, if you don't do as much training outside of the class with volunteers, when you qualify, you feel a real lack of confidence when your real clients come along. So it's really important the kind of training and what the training involves as well. Somebody said to me a little while ago that they thought hypnotherapy was just about stopping smoking or losing weight or habits and things like that. But actually it's not. It's just so involved that people come and they confide in you and they tell you all about their problem, maybe traumatic incidents that happened to them in the past. And of course you could then be qualified in this training to be able to help them. If you just do an online course or a course that is of short duration, you wouldn't know how to help people, particularly if they're telling you of traumatic situations. So you have to be pretty well clued up and well qualified as well, an accreditation to be able to think, yeah, I know how to deal with this. Because the other side of it as well, if you train with a large company, they probably won't offer you any further support once you've qualified. So to have somebody on hand as a supervisor, a mentor and trainer is vital. You know, certainly in my first couple of years, I felt very alone, and it was only further training that I did, then I became a lot more experienced. But I really needed to have a mentor or a supervisor to tell me if I was along the right lines, or just to share things with as well. So before you contemplate going through this training, which can be amazing training and particularly amazing for you as well. So the one-to-one training offers you an opportunity as well to make changes yourself as well as you go through the course, progress and develop yourself. So do that research, make sure that person who's going to train you is the right person for you and that you feel confident with them.